Hi, I'm Eve Rodsky, author of Fair Play, a well-researched modern answer for families needing balance, efficiency, and peace at home. In this series, I sit down with friends for a fun and necessary conversation. It's time for In All Fairness. This episode of In All Fairness is brought to you by Bounty, the quicker picker-upper. In this episode, I spent time talking with relationship expert and certified sex educator Shan Boodram and her husband, Jared Brady. On the cusp of celebrating their first wedding anniversary, the couple is preparing to grow their life together, considering adding children and their first home to the mix. Wise beyond their years, this couple already manages their expectations and utilizes systems to make their household run. I introduced them to the Fair Play system to help them prepare for what lies ahead. Watch and enjoy. Hi, Shan.
Hello.
Hi, Jared.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming to talk about relationships and marriage and communication and being your true self, which I want to talk about with you today. I'd love just to hear, before we get into everything, like just a little bit about you guys.
We got married in December.
Congratulations.
And we actually met for the first time in a club.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, in a club. But we didn't actually hang out for another year. So it took a little bit of brewing.
What were you waiting for?
You know what he's not even mentioning? He didn't remember meeting me.
No,
oh
I
my
didn't.
gosh.
So when
How
we first
can you
met,
not remember meeting you? You're just
Well,
you're just
no.
perfect.
To be fair,
Shan's
there was
perfection.
drinks. There was drinks involved.
Okay, there was drinks involved. Okay.
To be fair, and then also I was hosting the night.
What's next for you both?
Well, we want to buy a house. That's like our next kind of goal and dream. I want children. I think Shannon does too, but we haven't really got too in depth with it. But,
Okay, you'll have those conversations.
Yeah.
I'll force you. Yeah, so tell me.
we haven't not had it. I mean, we met and I put in an IUD, and I've had an IUD for the duration of our relationship, and I just removed my IUD September 3rd.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so we're not like,
okay.
when we're not, I haven't told my parents even, because I'm like, I'm just like, you know what? It's not, like, we're not trying, but we're not trying anymore.
So if you got pregnant now, would you be excited?
You
Yeah.
actually, this morning you asked me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
I
are
would.
you trying to get pregnant? And I was like, no, I just know what my cycle is. It's all good. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's exciting. It's really exciting. So I'll give you, we'll talk about the beautiful intention here of setting that for you guys.
I want to quiz you. Do you know what my favorite quote is of all time?
Whoa.
It's the key to happiness is managing expectations.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's the best.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I am taking
That's
some
the right thing, you know?
That's the one.
I think your message is so important. And this is actually a topic we haven't brought up in any of the podcast sessions yet. So I was waiting for you. These are just a portion of the deck.
I love that.
Yeah. These are only about a quarter of what's in store for you once you have your family. But values and expectations are everything. And so that's really what Fair Play is about. Conversations about values. Why are we doing what we do? Mm-hmm. And so maybe we could talk to our friend who's her Mrs. Mommy wants payback. I'm going to read this letter to you, and then let's maybe give her some advice. Dear Eve and Shan and Jared, when my husband doesn't empty the dishwasher for the umpteenth time, I take myself shopping with his credit card. So far, I've gotten a new bag, a few pairs of shoes, and the way he's going, I'm going to run out of room in my closet. The way I see it, he owes me. Do you agree?
No.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about this
I don't
idea.
agree. I don't think there should be tit for tat, because that's just going to cause them bigger problems.
I totally agree with
So
you.
everything can be solved with communication.
Yes.
So
yes.
if the dishwasher is not empty, just say, hey, can you empty the dishwasher? I'm gonna get tired of you asking me to empty the dishwasher before I get tired, if you keep using the credit card. That's a different type of tired. So I don't know.
I think that's such a I think it's just a beautiful way to encapsulate it, because what kind of system do you want to live in? Okay, tell me your thoughts about her.
I just love a system. I think that there's many ways to skin a cat. There's many ways to peel an orange. And so if you guys, this works for you, because at the end of the day, the most important thing is that you feel at peace and you don't feel resentful towards your partner. Obviously, they're writing in because it's not working. Someone actually isn't feeling completely satisfied with this and there isn't harmony. But I would say if this was a success story, I'd be like, go ahead, go for it. Good for you.
Back to what you said about managing expectations. And that's how I feel. That's why I call this fair play. Someone asked me why I didn't call it equal play. And I always say, because I think 50-50 is a completely wrong equation.
Yes.
Every day things change. Some days Jared, you'll hold all the cards if you're stepping into your true self and doing something that day you need to be doing, and vice versa. So let's play with some of the fun cards.
Marriage and romance.
Okay, so this is an interesting one. This is a prompt, right? Because most people would say we both handle it.
Yeah.
But this is what I found, and I wonder if you see this too in your research. I call it the both trap. When there was 2 waiters who came to take our order at the restaurant the other day for our party, I didn't get my meal. Intentionally saying I'm the one who's in charge of marriage and romance this week has been really fun for me and my husband. Because he'll surprise me. He'll do something interesting. We'll go to a restaurant that he thought I should want to go to.
I would give it to Shan.
Okay, give it to Shan
Shan
for
usually the
today.
one who brings the stuff into the bedroom. So.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, you're the expert.
Yeah, and I get sent the stuff, so I think that's
Okay, so that's a great card for you.
Dishes.
Oh yeah, dishes. Woo, dishes.
I think
We just said we talked about dishes.
That's
Okay.
100% Jared. Dishes are like, I might be allergic. It's just the grossest, absolute grossest task on the planet.
I think you're right.
So, all right, here's the thing too. So we trade. We trade when it comes to it. Like she will cook and I'll wash the dishes.
I love that. Those are 2 different cards, which is great. But the other reason there's a coffee cup on there is because those are called daily grinds. Those are the ones where everybody in my data said things like, this is the worst task I've ever had to do in my life, but they have to get done. Mm-hmm. The coffee cup, I encourage a redeal. That no one should ever have to hold that card forever.
But you don't mind. You don't want the dishes,
no,
right?
I don't mind.
Okay, so maybe you will hold it forever.
I don't mind.
Yeah, okay.
Especially if she cooks, like I don't mind at all.
Okay.
I think I'm a lazier person than you. Would you agree with that?
No.
No?
No.
I feel like,
You don't seem lazy to me.
you know what it was in my home, like in my
You're
parents'
a
home?
book author.
I just think like
inspiration
domestically,
to a lot of women.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I didn't learn how to cook until much later in life, and I think cleaning and even organizing, I'm not naturally conscientious. So these are things I've had to like actively pick up on. Where I just feel like for you,
But maybe you don't. Because that's the point. I think the beauty of what you say, and again, I keep going back to my favorite quote, you have every right to become who you
Yes.
are, who you know you really are. And we just said who you really are. You are this very inspirational, important woman.
yes,
So let's do a few more cards.
okay.
Garbage. Shannon actually takes care of this a lot more than I do. I probably should since I'm the guy, but
No. Just like you're doing laundry and you're not the girl. There's no gendered stuff here. I love garbage because I can leave my house, I can leave my kids screaming, and go and have a peaceful moment in the alley. It's the best card ever.
That is a great one.
Yeah, that's my escape.
next the card is moving.
Oh, moving. I've had so many women. My dad has said, say they got to moving day and their spouse just looks at them or their partner looks at them and says, why don't you pack all the boxes? And it's a very painful thing for a lot of these women who feel like the move is all on them.
What I love, what we share, is I was in a previous relationship, I had a partner who would get really frustrated with me about how much I like to split up jobs like this. And he's like, you have this whole pink jobs, blue jobs things. And
Oh my God, I love that.
Men are supposed to do, women are supposed to do. It's just so annoying and obnoxious because he didn't like to be held accountable.
Well, can you say that again?
Yeah.
The reason, if someone is resisting the system, it's usually because what you just said. They don't want to feel accountable. And usually the presenting problem is never the real problem. And it's always underneath this problem and it comes down to time. It always comes down to men saying to me, ultimately, I don't have time for this.
Yes.
My wife does. If we can gamify desire and we can gamify the home life, then I think we're onto something for women.
I think it's so important
Yeah.
to rebrand what people think of as games. People think of games in relationships as negative, but to me, it's a bonding activity where there's a clear goal,
my God, I
everyone's
love
got
it.
a shot, and there's guidelines and rules that we're all agreeing to, and we're supposed to win, lose, or draw, have fun. So I love a good game.
Oh my God, you need to say that. I'm taking you on the road with me to say that. Yes. Shan, Jared, I just want to say it takes courage to have any of these conversations in real time, and the fact that you're willing to share any of these cards with our audience is really, really important.
Eve, this was awesome. Thank you so much. I had a great time. I learned a lot,
Yay.
and I think this is an inspiration for us to keep the conversation going. So I hope we can keep these cards.
Yes,
Speaking of
yeah.
things, I want to keep the book too. Okay.
Take a book, and then I'm sending you cards. There's little poker chips that go with it, a whole thing.
Thank you so much for having us. I think that we talked about a lot of things that we didn't talk about. So it was like a nice opener. Now we can go home and really dish it out.
I love it.
As long as you're doing the dishes still.
Yeah, no pun
Dish it
intended.
out. That's no pun intended.